Hi everybody, this is Mr.Po. Welcome to another update. I thought that it's a good idea to make an update already, so let's go and take a look at all the aquariums and what is happening with them at the moment. Well, first of all, let's come traditionally to... sorry, this is the heater. This video is not sponsored at all. I bought it, of course, 25 watts heater for my guppy, indoor tub. I will show you right now probably. So, well, in this aquarium we do have heater right now, and in there also we have heaters. The reason why is because the central heating right now doesn't work that properly, and this is the reason why the temperature in here decreases up to 22 degrees of Celsius, especially at night, and this is already not good for the fish. I mean, they can live in such temperature, but I don't think that it will benefit in any way. It's anyway kind of like on the verge to extreme conditions to the fish. Usually around 23, maybe like 24 is better. So right now it is set up to 23, 24. No, this 25 and that one 24 degrees probably. So I let the plants grow because they help with nutrient consumption. So the aquarium, it takes this jungly look, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, there is some shape, especially if you trim this part, it will become better, like, triangle. I like triangle compositions. One of the easiest and, impactful ones. Well, that's about this aquarium. Fish are, always searching for food. There are some shrimp grazing on biofilm and, algae and food leftovers, etc. And in this aquarium, surprisingly, you see, there is a problem with algae. Maybe you can see it right now. There is some hair algae here and there on the filter inlet, on the feeder also some hair algae leftovers, and there is strange microbacterial biofilm on some plants, especially on the hornwort. Sometimes it happens, I've noticed already, because it's not the first time. So triangular composition grows, that's nice. Well, we have some rasboras here and guppies and a lot of shrimp. Well, shrimp eat all the food leftovers, and I do not feed the fish that much. I mean, like, enough for them to be, happy. I don't know what causes a lot of algae. Probably because I removed the sponge filter and filtration effectively decreased. Or maybe the photo period is too much. But I don't know. I mean, like, a lot of snails, a lot of shrimp, they eat all the food leftovers and not so much feeding. We'll see. Maybe photo period should be reduced. Probably. And maybe filter should be added, sponge filter. I mean, like, I need to add probably the sponge filter again to this aquarium, because I remember that when I removed this from this aquarium, because this one has the sponge filter and this one doesn't. So right now, I mean, before we didn't have that many problems with hair algae. I mean, like, there was the sponge filter. I removed it because it was covered with hair algae, but it didn't transfer on other plants that much. And maybe after I removed it, this hair algae, it just jumped on other things in aquarium, and also maybe the filtration media decreased, and maybe it caused, increase, in hair algae. But I have no idea, I mean, exactly. Maybe if I add eventually, maybe the problem will decrease slightly, and I will be satisfied with that. I will be happy because I'm usually okay with algae as long as it doesn't touch other plants that much. But when it does, I start to worry, as anybody else, I think. Let's come to this part. This aquarium also has hair algae problem. If I come closer, you probably see it in here, and I know the reason. The reason number one is that it's too much light. So what I usually do, I block the light with the tape, maybe on the lamp itself or maybe on the glass, because there is a glass. And as you can see, there is a special contraption for Anubias. It decreases the light because Anubias doesn't appreciate a lot of light. By the way, it grows nicely. I'm happy for that. But there are slight bits of algae here. So maybe I should deal with it, do more frequent water changes, etc. So we do have another problem in this aquarium, which is these danios sometimes fight with each other, harass each other, not that much, and always a dominant male changes. Like before, this was the dominant male, but right now this one, the slightly maybe brighter one, which is, I think it's glowfish, and these two are natural color. And I took it probably by mistake. I wanted 3 of the same coloration, but I think it matches nicely, so I'm okay with it. As you can see, sometimes they chase each other, sometimes not. It happens all the time. Maybe there are not so many danios. Maybe I should add 2 more, and this will be okay. As for the neon tetras, they eat. They, are usually active, but most of the time they are cryptic, maybe because of the danios, but they get along with each other anyway, more or less okay. But I'm thinking maybe I should move them somewhere, or buy more neon tetras, and maybe move this fish somewhere. You see, they get crazy, especially when I just touch the glass. They get kind of like freak out, you see. So I'm sorry, guys. Well, we'll see what we can do with that. There is a slight increase in snail population, so maybe I should stop feeding this aquarium that much. I mean, I do not feed that much, to be honest, but maybe it's too much for this size. Well, I need to experiment with that. As for the shrimp bowl, we do have a lot of baby shrimp in here, and one female is pregnant. Currently, you can probably see. Well, as for others, there are a lot of baby shrimp. I don't know if it's possible to catch them on camera right now, but they are definitely in here. As you can see probably one of them, baby black one. And there are many of them, hanging around here and there. So they feed. I sometimes feed them additionally with, simple, fish food. I just drop a few and they eat. Well, when they grow enough, maybe I will rehome them to other aquariums, especially to my cube one that I will right now show you guys in my home office. This is this aquarium. Well, it also has a heater because the temperature in here is slightly lower, so it's always on, especially in winter time. I moved some shrimp in here, some more, maybe 6 ones. They are rather cryptic. It's difficult to catch them, during the day. We have 3 juvenile guppies in here. Well, you see, this aquarium goes through the stage of algae. There is more algae, so more water changes are required, but to be honest, I don't do that much. I mean, maybe twice, maybe once in a week. Right now the filter is off just because, not enough, power outlets right now. So in order to switch on the light, sometimes you need to, plug out something that I will do right now in a moment. I'm just, decided to record and do this later. Well, the temperature here is around 26. That's why maybe, there's more algae. And, well, I feed the fish once in 2 days, sometimes several days straight, one after another. There is duckweed that I put in here in order to help with nutrient growth and consumption of it eventually. Well, nothing special is happening right now. I hope that the shrimp will breed. I moved one pregnant one, so we are expecting some new shrimp, and I plan to move some other, small shrimp from shrimp bowl when they grow up nicely and enough to move to this aquarium as well. And maybe this will be eventually a shrimp aquarium only, but I haven't honestly decided yet exactly, but that's the plan as it was before. Maybe I will leave just 2 guppies in here, we'll see. Here we have this pond. There are a lot of juvenile guppies. Maybe I will overlay a special footage of them. So I need to put the heater in here as well, because the temperature will decrease. Right now it's sufficient enough, but I don't know for how long, especially considering our right now climate conditions at the moment. So they definitely need the heater. Well, nothing special is happening here. Juvenile guppies grow nicely. There are a lot of them, probably 17. I don't know. Maybe I will give them away eventually, or maybe I save some for myself, for maybe other project, or I don't know. So that's the plan. Well, thank you so much guys for watching this. As you can see, I switched off the light again because it's too early, but for the sake of the vlog I switched them on temporarily, and now they are off again because later in the day I will probably be busy at work, so I'm recording this in the morning. Well, if you consider fish keeping, good luck with it. Just do your research, and I wish you all the best in that. Thank you once again for watching this. These are pretty much all the updates. Maybe I missed a bit, but these are the most general ones currently, what is happening in all the aquariums, etc. So stay safe and see you next time then in the next episode. Take care, good luck, and wish you all the best.